Principle number 4 is seventh chords. Now, a seventh chord is a triad with an additional tone added to it. So much in the way that we built our triad chords, we're going to be stacking thirds from the G major scale. Now, it's important for me to emphasize this, that every chord that we've built so far has been derived from the 7 notes of the G major scale. I've taken no notes from anywhere else, okay? So just remember that nothing has come from anywhere but those 7 tones within the G major scale. So let's just re-reference the scale. Okay, there's our G major scale. Now we have our triad forms. What we're going to do now is we're going to stack a third above the last third that we did in our triad. Let me just qualify that. So our first chord we took 1, 3, 5. Now we're going to go a third above the 5th. So we're still stacking thirds to create our 7th chords. Okay, so 1, 3, 5. Now we're going to add 7. All right, so here's our first 3. Now we're going to go a third above the D note here to get our 7th added to our G major triad. D, E, F sharp would be the third tone above the D. Now that gives us a major 7th. So we've got a G major triad with a major 7th added to it. Now, we can play that as an open position chord like this. And you can hear that 7th is on top of the chord. Now let's qualify the tones just so you know that. We know we have a G, a B, a D, and an F sharp. Qualify G, B here, open string D, open string G, open string B, and then we have our F sharp, which is the major 7th, on top of the chord. Now, of course, we have them as closed form chords too, and we'll get into that in the vocabulary section of building our chords of the chords. Now, so our first chord is now G major 7. Let's go to building the second chord from the G major scale, and the second tone is A, and we know that that builds us an A minor chord, an A minor triad. Now let's put the 7th on top of that A minor chord. Well, let's do the same principle. 1, 3, 5. Okay, so we're stacking in thirds. Now let's go a third above our last tone, which is E, E, F sharp, G. So what we're going to do is add G to our A minor chord. Well, here's A minor. How do we add G to that? Well, the simple way of doing it would be to put the G here with the little finger. Okay, and it sweetens up the sound of the chord. Now that chord would be called A minor 7. You can also play that by taking this note off and giving us the note here. Okay, so we take the little finger off and the G comes here in the chord. So we have A, open, E, G, open string, C, E on top, A minor 7. Now that's our second chord derived from the G major scale. Let's do one more. Now we're going to build the third chord. We know as a triad, it exists as B minor, okay? Now, at the 7th, qualify that, B, D, F sharp. There's our 3 tones for the triad. Let's go a third above the last tone, F sharp, G, A. We're going to add the note A to our B minor chord. Now, how do we do that? Well, the easiest way is to lift off the little finger here, which is only replicating the B note. And if we do that, that bar chord there, that bar, is holding down the tone A. Again, you can hear that's a sweeter sound. It's less minor-y in effect. So let's qualify the tones. B is our 5th string root. F sharp is the 5th of the chord. A is being held down by the bar on the 3rd string. Okay, that's our 7th, our flat 7th. Then we have D here, the minor 3rd, and F sharp again on top. Now, again, we can build these chords all over the fretboard once we get used to how they're built and where we can apply those, and we'll do that in the vocabulary section. So your next assignment then, given that you understand the principle of how you build chords now from the major scale of G, build the next chord in the sequence, which is going to be C, and I'll tell you what those chords are. C major 7 is next, D7 is the next chord, E minor 7 is next, and then you're going to have an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. I've given you the diagrams for all of those chords, and I've given you the formula as well on the fretboard and in diagrams and notation in each of these sections, so you can reference that. But you're going to interact and you're going to do some work now and do this for yourselves. But first, let me show you those chords. I want you to have them so you can reference them, and then we'll move on to the next section. So we're going to do them all as open position chords, then I'll close them off for you so you have those as a reference point. So first chord, G major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, D7, E minor 7, okay, and then we've got an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, okay, back to our G major 7. So they're your open string voicings of harmonizing the G major scale. Now let's just show you those closed in position as well. So G major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, here's D7, E minor 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, back to G major 7. And again, I'm showing you different voicings too, and we'll do that again in the vocabulary section. Okay, get to your assignment, understand the tones and how you build your seventh chords.